What up? What up? It's your boy Big Vern coming to you live from the app Stupid Studios. App like you got some sense. Smash the like and subscribe button. We like it when you do that here. Also, if you want to fund the madness directly, hit us up on the Cash App. $Vern Dollars. DOLLAZ. Got a couple of stories talking about the Lakers today, and are the Lakers in trouble after losing a game to the Jazz? Also, the NFL gets it wrong again. They've been getting it wrong all year, which is weird. Some of the messaging is dubious at best, and then some of the mistakes are just idiotic and can be fixed just with simple communication. And then you have one of the best stories, I feel, or one of the best storylines the NFL isn't pushing is the great play of CJ Stroud and what the Texans were able to do against one of the league's better defenses in the Cleveland Browns. That was a great game. But we'll get started with that and much more when we come back from a quick 20-second break from an unofficial sponsor for the show. Yes, Planet Fitness, big fitness energy. It's a judgment-free zone. Visit the good folks down at your local Planet Fitness, download the app, or sign up in person. Planet Fitness. They've got the classic memberships and the black card memberships where you can go anywhere and as little as $10 a month. Sign up whenever you want. No contracts. This is Planet Fitness. Big fitness energy. Okay, so we'll start with CJ Stroud and how the Texans rolled. They steamrolled Cleveland yesterday. And in Yahoo, Frank Schwab writes, CJ Stroud makes history. And he goes in to talk about the elite quarterbacks right now in the league, talking about Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes, and Josh Allen. Says the list isn't really long and it's short. And CJ Stroud is on that list. And I agree with that statement, but there's a lot of football to play before you rank him. He's good, but let's just pump the brakes. I was high on CJ Stroud because I'm a Big Ten wonk. Yeah, I live in the Midwest. I support Midwest football and basketball. I love it. I really don't. I venture outside and watch a couple other things because we are in a pretty, I want to say, quasi market where we'll get some SEC games, we'll get some ACC games as well. But my preference is Big Ten. But I'm one of them. I would say I'm fair. I don't just discount it because it's not Big Ten. Stroud torched the defense of the Cleveland Browns. He had 236 yards and 3 touchdowns, and that was just in the first half. Only 9 rookies in NFL history have had more than 236 passing yards in the entire football game. He was there in the first half. That's insane. No Texans quarterback has ever thrown 3 touchdowns in a playoff game, and Stroud did this before halftime. So he is the first rookie to do this. He's also the only quarterback in Texans history to do this. This dude is just living right now one of the greatest stories I think the NFL missed promoting. He's hands down Rookie of the Year. And I think that was a question that I was trying to pose. Is CJ Stroud the Rookie of the Year? Is this one of the best stories in the NFL currently? And the answer is undeniably hell yes. Hell yes. Can't take that away from this kid. He's playing on all levels. And we're watching that as fans. We're watching this as fans. Don't ruin it with GOAT talk or fantasy matchups. Just let the fans have this one. Just cut on the TV, look at what you're looking at, and just appreciate it for what it is. You don't need mix, you don't need spin. Just let it develop. Now, one part I didn't like was the part about the Texans offensive coordinator, Bobby Slowick. And what I didn't like about that comment is said that Bobby Slowick, who will be a hot name in the coaching carousel for all the openings in the NFL right now. I did not like that statement in this article because it was disingenuous. And the reason was disingenuous. We'll get into that when we take another quick 20-second break from another unofficial sponsor of the show. Yes, Taco Bell, Live Más, try the $5 Cravings box, cheesy burritos, gorditas. I'm sure they're delightable. Download the app, go visit your local good folks at your Taco Bell, order online, Taco Bell, Live Más. Okay, so back to why I felt the whole Bobby Slowick being a hot name on the coaching carousel was disingenuous. The Texans were set up to fail. This job that they gave them, you have a rookie quarterback, you've got a rookie offensive coordinator, and a rookie head coach. That is a recipe for a rebuild. Let's not kid each other. What we saw with the Texans wasn't the Deshaun Watkins and DeAndre Hopkins. That show wasn't there. J.J. Watt. None. All of these guys are put together, veterans, some been in the league for a while, some just journeymen. And then you strap together C.J. Stroud and then D'Amico Ryans, who's done a great job. If anything, like I said, I know Jim Harbaugh is going to get his brother. I think it's John, one of the Harbaugh brothers. They're going to give him the coach of the year, deservedly so. But there's at least 3 other guys I can think about that should be in that conversation. Matt LaFleur is in Green Bay, what he was able to do with no weapons, and Jordan Love, what the things that he was able to do with no weapons, 30 touchdowns, and then got him into the playoffs. It's not the greatest of records, but I'm telling you, you can't name 5 players on Green Bay's team if you're not a Packers fan. Obviously, D'Amico Ryans and C.J. Stroud and what they were able to do against one of the league's better defenses. And I was a person who went on record and said that Cleveland cannot win games without Deshaun Watson. And I know everybody got in their feelings about seeing Joe Flacco back, but hey, look, he's Joe Flacco for a reason. Then you turn around and Mike Tomlin could be right back in that conversation. He's winning games with Mitchell Trubisky. Come on. I don't know who's on Pittsburgh's team, and that man was able to get that team into the playoffs. So when we talk about coaches and coaches of the year, look who you got and look what you did with what you got. It's pretty amazing. It's a real tight conversation, but I understand to the victor goes the spoils. Harbaugh has the better record. They got the overall number 1 seed, and the road to the NFL Super Bowl goes through Baltimore. Hate it, I love it. That's just what it is. But when it comes to these 3, let them develop. Let them develop. I like to see C.J. Stroud get some more weapons. And I like to see them try and make something special happen in 5 years. I like a 5-year run with this team. Don't try and lure guys away after 1 year. And don't try to turn around and give CJ Stroud all this money, because they won't be able to go out and get offensive linemen. They won't be able to get tight ends. They won't be able to get running backs, wide receivers. They won't be able to get any of that when you start like throwing around piles of cash. Just let it develop. Appreciate what you got. I did like something that D'Amico Ryans did yesterday. I did like this move that he did when it comes to CJ Stroud, and we'll talk about it from our last commercial break from an unofficial sponsor. Yes, Subway. Eat fresh, refresh. Try the new signature Subway series sandwiches. Download the app or go visit your good folks at your local Subway. Subway, eat fresh, refresh. Finally, as we wrap this up, D'Amico Ryans, he actually set CJ Stroud down for most of the fourth quarter, and then he put in the backup, which is David Mills, to finish out the game. Stroud didn't even get to the 300-yard mark in this blowout, which is something only 4 other rookies have done in the playoffs. He finished with 274 yards and nearly a perfect 157.2% pass rating. I like that move that he went ahead and sat CJ Stroud down. The game was already out of reach. There was nothing that Cleveland could do. And you save your quarterback so he can go ahead and play the next game. He didn't take any damage. He wasn't hurt. You saved that kid. And I think a lot of coaches around the NFL, for some stupid reason, were playing the guys who needed to rest them for the postseason. You look at Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts has been hurt half the season. I couldn't understand this for the life of me, why the Eagles didn't just sit this man down. They won the division. They locked the division up. There was no reason he should have been out there trying to play. It just was a bad mix. It was a bad mix. And if you've locked up a division, there's no reason that you should be playing your star quarterback or key players that's going to help you go further in the postseason for meaningless games. You could use that time to rest those guys. And that's what I liked about the Texans. So we got to see how the rest of these games shake out. I know Miami lost to the Kansas City Chiefs. That was not a fun game to watch. And then if you had Peacock, that game was exclusively on Peacock, which is the app for NBC. I have Peacock. I have an annual subscription. This isn't a shameless plug, but it is what it is. But we'll be back with a story about the Lakers and what this means for them in case LeBron sits out for an extended period with a turned ankle. As always, share, like, and subscribe. This is your boy, Big Vern, and